What's the city that you're in?
I'm in Antigua, Guatemala. It's next to Guatemala City. It's the colonial city that the Spanish conqueror founded.
Were you born here and raised here, or
I was born in Guatemala City, raised in Guatemala City. Yeah.
how did you end up where you are now?
Long story short, I found a girl.
That's
Well, I think I really started when I was studying graphic design. I found an American teacher here in Guatemala. He retired in the US and he came back to Guatemala because he was born in Guatemala from American parents.
Hmm.
And when he came back, he was teaching classes to anybody who wanted to learn drawing or etc. So that's when I start seriously, because I have been like drawing all my since I remember. Well, I start doing my art. When I was 18, I started working in a band. Then I graduated and had an opportunity. I won an art contest from the Alliance Française. And then I went to Paris. And then I came back and started working as an artist.
That's interesting. So you studied in Paris. How long did you study there?
Well, it was like 6 months, 7 months, I guess. Mhm.
Since you've been first, you said you've been drawing from a young child. What is it that motivates you or inspires you to do what you do?
I think I get fascinated by visual things, nature, animals. It's my thing. I go and take pictures, and I have been doing that all my life.
In your journey as an artist and experimenting, have you worked in realism at all?
Well, like I was telling you, this art teacher, it was all realist. The drawings were about real things. Um, I did more or less well. Yeah. Without any, I didn't go to any art school or anything. So it's just practice.
And so now, as you are where you are today with the work that you're doing, it almost seems as though you've been making a progression. How have you kind of progressed to where you are today?
Well, this is one of the very interesting things. We can ask the question, what is art? For me, my teacher concept was that art is anything well done. It's a very general concept, but it's very good because anything could be art. Like you say, it's a progress. I work in series. The work that I did yesterday give me the ideas for the one I'm doing today. When you put that into years, I go and look what I was doing 20 years ago. It's very different. I don't have a goal or anything. I just
So,
work today.
so
That's all I do. The second best question you can ask an artist is what art is. But the first is who you are. It's a question that not many people will answer, but it takes your lifetime to answer it.
right. So, do you see what you create as an expression of who you are?
Frankly, yes. And that's the idea, like not just who I am, but what I can discover or what can I experiment. I want to see things. I want to make other people see what I see.
And so, as we look at your approach, and I've described it in a short video as kind of playful and whimsical, how would you describe your work?
Well, I don't like to get bored. When I get bored, it's not good anymore. So I go to something else. Lately, I have been having fun with what I'm doing. It's a lot of color and it's very quick. I love things that are quick and simple. As I look at, I say, that's good. I'm done for the day.
Looking over your right shoulder at this piece, this is one of those that we thought maybe we could talk about. Do you normally work in a certain kind of like a size scale?
Yeah, mostly I do paper because it's very simple to work with. It doesn't take much space. You dry fast and you put it away. So you can do many a day or
What medium are you working with here?
mostly acrylic because Antigua had a problem that it's humid. The houses are humid. Luckily, this house is very dry, so I start using oil. This has a base of acrylics and a coat on top is oil, and it dries very fast here in this house, so it's good.
And what kind of paper are you using?
I'm using paper that is called Texcote. I don't know. It's a paper that one side is shiny and
Mm.
the other is a little rough. It's a little paper like a cardboard. I like the interaction between humans and animals. It's very interesting to me. And so the thing I told you, I am very happy with this one is that I did it very fast. I mean, and the fastest I work, I feel better. I don't know why, but it started working like that. It went really fast. And I'm happy with the lines I did, like so fast. Well, it's very easy. I use light colors at the bottom and dark colors in top of it. So whatever I do at the end is what is going to be the subject. I like real color, primary colors.
Mm.
I also do contrast. So the colors are more bright, vibrant.
Do you have a limited array of colors? Do you limit yourself to maybe four or
Yeah.
five or six colors?
Yes. It's good to have a limit. In painting, it's good to have a limit because could go bad. When they sell sets of 12 colors, and when you are a beginner, you want to use the 12, right? And it's very difficult to I don't know, to finish a work using so many colors.
Do you have a commitment and a schedule that you follow? Do you work every day? How do you approach your art?
Well, I work in the mornings mostly because I have better light. After breakfast, I work till noon. With that time, I do one or two paintings a day.
Do you have um, any direction that you're going now, or are you just kind of each day go, okay, what happens today?
Yeah, that's how I go. Wherever the wind is taking me.
How long have you been doing this more? I'm going to call it energetic because there's definitely speed in it. And it's like your lines are fast and the colors pop. So, how long have you been creating in this style?
It came, it didn't came like so fast, but I think the last 6 months, if I check, if I check my Instagram, it's like 6 months. I start having something like that, little by little. It makes you think: is that a cat or a dog? You probably invent the stories in your head.
I want to give a big thank you to Hugo for sharing his journey and creative process with us today. It's been incredible to hear about his evolution as an artist and what fuels his work. Some of the things that stood out to me were the way Hugo embraces spontaneity and speed in his process, allowing his work to unfold naturally. His perspective on art as an ongoing discovery rather than a fixed goal is quite interesting to me. And I think how he creates his vibrancy by using limited colors that create a vibrant, striking body of work. Be sure to follow Hugo on Instagram and see more of his work and stay up to date on his latest creations. Thanks for watching.